Hi, my name is Nate, and these are my reflections on Film Festival C, critically analyzing information. In video number 1, How to Spot a Misleading Graph, I was most intrigued by the misleading capabilities of graph manipulation, simply by distorting the scale. People love to cherry-pick numbers to tell the story they want you to hear, so be sure to pay attention to the labels, the scale, the numbers, and the content. In video number 2, How Statistics Can Be Misleading, I learned about Simpson's paradox, where the same set of data can appear to show opposite trends depending on how it's grouped. My biggest takeaway was on the conditional or lurking variable, which is a hidden additional factor that significantly influences results. Whenever you're looking at a graph or set of numbers, ask yourself, is there a lurking variable present helping to manipulate numbers and data to help support an agenda? In video number 3, 3 ways to spot a bad statistic, I was provided with 3 really helpful questions to ask. Can you see uncertainty? Can I see myself in the data? And how was the data collected? In video number 4, Can Tech Be Biased? The short answer is yes. A diverse group of people working behind the scenes to do the coding can help detect blind spots, but oftentimes ethics play catch-up when it comes to innovation. It's hard for a lot of us to notice bias where it doesn't personally affect us, so we have to change the way that we are interacting with technology to make sure that it is fair to everyone. In video number 5, The Urgency of Intersectionality, the idea of injustice squared was brought to my attention. The example used was being an African American woman. When people have a partial or distorted frame, only seeing injustice against women, or only seeing injustice against African Americans, not seeing an injustice against a woman who is African American, then these women are impacted by multiple forces, abandoned and left to fend for themselves. Reporters don't lead with them, policymakers don't think about them, and politicians aren't encouraged or demanded that they speak to them. If we can't see a problem, we can't fix a problem. So we have to create a cacophony of sound to represent our intention, to bring them into the light. It's time to move from mourning and grief to action and transformation. In video number 6, Beware Online Filter Bubbles, the speaker ended his talk with the following quote: "We need the internet to connect us all together, to introduce us to new ideas and new people and different perspectives. And it's not going to do that if it leaves us all isolated in a web of one. We are isolated because we only see what we want to see, not necessarily what we need to see. In 1915, journalistic integrity was guarded by human gatekeepers who made sure we were presented with a variety of information that was relevant, important, uncomfortable, challenging, and provided other points of view. Now, 100 years later, we need the same thing, only it's not a human gatekeeper, it's an algorithmic one, and we need them to mediate between our future aspirational selves and our more impulsive present selves." My biggest takeaway from these 6 videos is to be intentional about the information we take in, be critical when analyzing the information presented, and be open to all that may be going on around you, because it's not necessarily what you thought at first glance.